Welcome back. If you're just joining, it's Trending O'Clock. This is where we'll talk about all the trending and juicy gist on the internet and, of course, give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo, and as you can see, I am not alone in the studio. Who is with us?
You
Mr.
have the M to the
Michael.
I to the C to the H to the E to the A to the A.
This is my show, Mr. Michael. Allow me to do the introduction.
Okay, well, sorry.
Okay, so we have Mr. Michael. I told you the last time, I do not do all of those things for male. We do it for the females, yes. So it's women supporting women. I'm sorry.
Well, anyway,
thank you.
I'm Michael.
Yes, you're Michael Gobadia. Thank you for joining me
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Trending.
Always. Don't
Yes,
mention.
without wasting time, because I know Mr. Michael wants us to go on and on and on with all of this introduction thing, but let's dive straight into our stories because the story is always juicier. And our top story today, a public primary school in Ikorodu, owned by Lagos State government, has reportedly collapsed while pupils are receiving lectures. According to eyewitness accounts, the building gave way during school hours, trapping pupils and teachers under the rubble. Let's see the footage.
Ikorodu, school collapse lé àwọn ọmọ lórí while they are receiving lecture in the class, but we thank God nothing happened. And the funniest part is that the school authorities, they are shouting for people not to video. And is this still not worth videoing? Because a lot of things will have happened to those children, if not because they are smart enough to quickly escape to rescue themselves. Because school won't.
Well, as of now, there has been no official reports from the Lagos State government confirming the whole incident. Lagos State is yet to receive an official statement. Parents and residents in the area are calling on the government to urgently inspect schools across the state to prevent a reoccurrence of such incidents. Well, it can only be government-owned schools, Mr. Michael.
Well,
The moment I saw it, I just felt like there's no way public school would collapse. We've never really heard of such. Whenever you hear issues like this, it's always with the government-owned school. Why? Because most times they have buildings. Even these people, let's even point out these politicians. This building was the same buildings they used. And up to now, no form of renovation or anything. And then years later, 50 years later, 60 years later, these buildings are still there. Of course, they will depreciate. So why are we not supposed to expect things like this when there's no form of renovations for all of these buildings, Mr. Michael?
Well, anyway, I always emphasize it's always a sad narrative, a bitter one when it comes to the context of Nigeria and how we tend to not put good interest when it comes to something that will benefit the larger populace. It's really sad that we keep hearing about neglect of basic public infrastructure, be it health, be it education, be it otherwise. It's sad. Every time you hear public schools falling, but you've never heard when State House of Assembly, while they're having plenary, the building will fall and collapse on them because they always put the required things in place. But when it comes to public school for ordinary Nigerians, for poor Nigerians, every man, O ye Israel, everybody to your tents. But it is sad. It is something that needs, they honestly, I'm not going to be economical with my language.
Yeah.
The Lagos State government should be ashamed. Those representing that very place should be ashamed. Every time you hear public schools falling, but you've never heard when State House of Assembly, while they're having plenary, the building will fall and collapse on them because they always put the required things in place. But when it comes to public school for ordinary Nigerians, for poor Nigerians, every man, O ye Israel, everybody to your tents. Issues happening right there in Lagos. It's quite sad.
And the fact that they were asking people not to make videos.
No, if it was good, they would have allowed them to.
They were asking people not to make videos because you don't want the world to see all of these things.
It is shameful.
It's really shameful and disturbing. Imagine, thank God that we've not really heard of anybody dying.
None of the politicians have their children in that school, so why not?
Casualties and all of these things, of which they will still try to hide it at the end of the day. And that's the reason they never wanted videos. And maybe they could even still come out to say it was AI generated, even at this point, because that's what they do. Once they come out to debunk, they will definitely say it was AI generated. Well, we're still waiting to get an official statement from the Lagos State government and even the Ministry of Education. So once we get more updates, we'll definitely bring them to you. Away from that, authorities in Anambra State have rescued 25 underage girls from an alleged prostitution and trafficking network. The girls who were reportedly trafficked from Ebonyi State were rescued from a hotel in Aguleri during an operation by security agencies. According to report, the victims said they were brought into Anambra State by individuals commonly referred to as madams from different states. The rescued girls are currently in protective custody where they are receiving care and support while investigations continue to identify and arrest those responsible. Authorities have described the incident as a serious case of human trafficking and child exploitation and have assured the public that all suspects involved will be prosecuted. Mr. Michael, in this modern world, so we still have issues of trafficking, teenage prostitutes, and all of this whole thing. And it still boils down to the individuals. That's what I keep saying. The individuals, their parents, and all of this. Most times, I feel it's even more of the parents because the pressure most people put on these teenagers, it's too
especially
much.
teenage girls.
That's what I'm saying, especially teenage girls, the pressure on them. You can see this one's daughter bought this one for this one mother and all of that. My friend's daughter, my friend's this. And then these people are forced to find a way to make sure they get money. And then a madam comes to them to tell them, well, once you follow me to this state, once you travel with me, and that's how this whole Libya thing even started. Taking people, once they come from abroad, they tell them, well, I can actually help you get there. And next, this person wants to go, not knowing what the future holds for them. They just leave and they just want to make quick cash. And at the end of the day, this is it. So it still goes down to pressure on the teenage girls, Mr. Michael.
Well, yeah, you're quite right, and you're not really far from the truth. But, you know, let me also say this, because it's something that I'm trying to make sense out of. We keep hearing of Nigerian police busting some of these hideouts and rescuing some of these girls. The question is, why is it still occurring? Why are we still having record numbers of teenage girls being locked up in a very makeshift hotel or even a main standard hotel? Yes,
kids,
very young, as early as
young
15,
girls.
14, and the rest. But my question is, why can't these hotels that these girls are being found in, why can't they be demolished? Demolish them. When you have 2 or 3 of such hotels demolished, the owners of this hotel will not want their properties to go if they fail to do the needful.
Yeah.
Because of that, they will not in every way encourage such, and you see an end to this very ugly trend. But when you keep allowing them to have a safe haven, you arrest them, send them for rehabilitation, 3 years or 2 months later, they are back.
The people, the perpetrators, we don't even get to
We
hear
don't
about
get,
them at the
but
end of the day.
even sometimes you said something about parents. Can't parents be smart to know how many young girls doing prostitution in Nigeria in a hotel has made it big? Questions.
That's
In Nigeria,
serious
I'm not
question.
talking about overseas.
Yeah.
How many of them, even the overseas, how many of them are in the hotel selling or working for a madam that has struck it big, brought car home, bought this property for your parents? Is non-existent. It has never happened, and it's funny that the circle of poverty still continues with the mindset of such families.
Well, I'm sorry that I need to ask these questions, but who exactly are patronizing these people?
Well, it's funny
Your
you are.
gender,
It's
at the end of the day.
it's really funny you are asking.
It's your gender.
And it's your gender
Michael.
that is the madams carrying them
your
there.
gender patronize these people, knowing the fact that they are underage.
Yes, and
And
your
most
gender,
times it's even the married ones.
your gender
that have
madams,
kids,
the
that have
full-grown
kids.
women, find these small girls and
This
take
is
them
not supposed
there.
to be a gender argument.
No, but you brought the gender in.
Exactly, because these are the patrons of these people.
Yeah.
So when you see people like this, you see most times when you go to places like this, there are even men, older men with kids like this as children in their house, and then you're going out to
You know,
patronize this.
when it comes to crime, there's no reasoning around it. That's the honest truth. You see a 70-year-old man that is close to his grave committing crime, and you ask why is he committing crime? Criminal-minded persons do not have the sense of weighing whether it makes sense, is it right or wrong. They just commit crime. So we'll call those perpetrating such, patronizing such as criminals, and they should also have been arrested. Talking about, it's not a gender thing, just like you said, but is it not high time we have madams that know the importance? These women have children of their own. They will never carry their daughters to add to these girls for their patronage to be there, but rather take other people's daughters and tell them we have where you can make it million. And if you listen to the stories of these girls, you will weep. Most of them sleep with at least 10, 11 men
Some
a
said
day
even during
at
their
a
menstrual
at a cheap rate of 4,000-5,000 naira. And you ask yourself, if these girls were the one collecting that money, would they still be there? No, it is the madams.
It's a really sad one. And I think sometime last year, Edo State government, to some extent, banned prostitution in Edo State. I don't know if it's still working at this point because it was when
it got some people protesting.
When it was when
they said Konji will kill them. And yet they're still alive.
But I think at this point, in as much as they're trying to ban prostitution, they should also ban the patrons too. Yeah. Yes. Patrons should also be arrested too. Yeah. Patrons should be arrested. Thank God Mr. Michael did not argue that.
No, I won't.
Well, it's still a developing story and investigations are still ongoing. So once we get more updates, we'll definitely bring them to you. Away from that, you know how I really do not like serious topics, serious stories and all of that, but it seems we've been having more of serious stories. But let's go into celebrity gossip. Nigerian music star Davido has publicly responded to claims by a teenage girl who alleged that he is her biological father and requested a DNA test. Speaking on the matter, Davido stated that 5 DNA tests were conducted to verify the claim. According to him, he personally selected 3 hospitals while the family of the teenage chose 2. He said that all 5 test results came back negative, insisting that the girl is not his daughter. Davido added that he has done his due diligence to address the situation and hopes the matter will now be put to rest based on the medical evidence provided. The issue has since generated widespread reactions on social media, with many Nigerians sharing mixed opinions on the matter. As of now, there have been no further official statement from the other party, rather a conversation between Davido and the alleged daughter. So this is a reaction from Davido. He said, after 5 DNA tests, her and her mom better leave me alone and find her father. And someone said, a daughter asking the father for a DNA test will really break and touch the father's heart. And he responded again, yes, I chose 3 hospitals and they chose their own 2 hospitals. All came out negative. This is the last time I am speaking on this. So we actually saw a conversation between Davido and the alleged daughter. You can see all of the conversations going there. I am not your dad. I will publish this. I am not your dad. And the girl said something that really touched me. She said, but I only met you in 2014. And you said you've done several tests. She said, please, can you list the hospitals, sir, please? He said, it will show in the test. You don't worry. I am not your dad. Sorry. Please, sir, one more test just for me. Thank you, sir. My mom said 1 test was done. Your lawyer said 2, and now you said 5, even at 10 years old. But my mom said there was only 1 test done when I was 1 year old. I never met you at 10. Please, I am begging you. So at this point, who is lying?
Well, anyway, I honestly would not know who is lying. But, you know, I would speak from a father's point of view. It's only a father that is quite insane that will not want to know if a child is his.
But with somebody that has so many dramas going on,
but whether you have so many dramas or not, it is right to find out whether a child is yours or not. It is always right. Everybody, a father, irrespective of who the mother is, will always love a responsible father. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to go on back and forth of who is lying or not, because I'm not privy with what has transpired over the period of 10 years on account of the test. But if Davido said he has done 5, it is only right. I will keep saying this. I don't know whether your gender or the female gender will come out to crucify me. I will say it and I'll say it pump and plain. It is only the mother of a child that knows the true father.
But the mother is saying this is the father. So
well, the mother might be economical with the truth. Who will not claim Davido to be a father?
I was about to ask you that.
Who will not claim Davido to be a father? And even when I looked at those pictures, honestly, there was no resemblance. His nose is different, her nose is different. His lips is different, her lips is different. Her smile is different, his smile is different. Come on, the colors are even quite different. It is only right that the mother should, as a teen of urgency, the young girl is turning out to be a teenage girl, and I look at her as being bright and intelligent with a whole lot of respect. it will only do the mother every favor and good to tell the girl who truly the father is.
Mr. Michael, do you think that if this woman has not had any form of intimacy with Davido, would she come out to say she was pregnant for him in the first place?
Come. Are you saying every woman a man has intimacy for?
That's why we're asking men to keep themselves,
should be a part of it. No,
that's the reason we're asking them to stay
we are not arguing that.
Infidelity.
We
this
are
is
not
what
arguing
it
that, but it happens. But it's not every woman you sleep with that has a child for you. If it's so, by now we'll be almost 1 billion people on the planet.
If he had stayed committed to his relationship,
that is a discussion for another day. That is a discussion I will appreciate if Trending can bring the video to answer. I am not related to the man. I don't even know him. He is only having a maternity from my state, but I don't know him.
Maybe we'll have to bring him to
Please
talk
do
about
bring
this whole
into
issue.
Trending
But again,
and let him answer.
the way this girl, this teenager, is so desperate to make Davido accept the fact that he's
Mercy, if I was 10 years, I would be that desperate also.
I feel at this point, it's because it's Davido. Because if it was for one person suffering and all of that, I'm not sure she would be so. In fact, she might not even want to know the father. The mother might have to hide it.
If she was related to the bus rider that drove me down here day before yesterday, she will not be going to the press.
Anyways, it's Davido. So even me, if at this point, if I can find a way to say Davido, I am your daughter.
I both of you have the same nose.
Yes, we have the same nose.
Okay.
I think I will do it. I will do the same, definitely. Well, but he's not. He's
but you don't have the
my,
same smile.
It's not my father. But if I had an opportunity to also go to press to tell them that Davido is my father, he should come conduct a DNA test. Maybe I would have done the same.
Davido, remember, we might be related. I can take you to our grandfather.
Okay, so we're still waiting for official statement from the other party. Let's see if they will accept the fact that Davido is not the father of the alleged daughter. Well, away from that, still talking celebrity gossip, reality TV star Phyna has sparked reactions online following a video in which she was heard telling a police officer, "Oga, I am a celebrity. How dare you stop me?" The incident, which reportedly occurred during a routine police stop, has since gone viral on social media, drawing mixed reactions from public. While some social media users criticized the statement, others argued that the video did not fully capture what led to the exchange between the celebrity in court and the officer. Let's see the footage.
A random car and stop the car just like that. I'm a celebrity, you can't tell me that. No, come. I've never heard about it in my life. The police will stop like this. I've never seen it. People used to park on the road and they stop. I've never seen the police will just stop people like that. No, wait. Leave them. Nigerian police in the middle of the road. Okay, I go call FC command. Make I call my lady for FCT command. I will ask her if it's done like this. No, I'm gonna ask her. Now I call PPR. I go call PPR. Calm down. No, I'm gonna call PPR. Wait. I go call Josephine. People are mad. They don't drag with them. In the middle of road. And I know they use that C-cloth. In the middle of road. No. Let them know. It's not.
What is so? Make I go now.
My name is Phyna. Ask when I need to call Phyna. That's what you do now, rubbish. Check me. What do they talk? Let me be your usual Phyna. Go and ask. Let me be Phyna. Ask. That's in a nonsense. Nonsense.
As of now, neither Phyna nor the police authorities have released an official statement clarifying the circumstances surrounding the incident. The situation has once again sparked conversations around celebrity privilege, respect for law enforcement, and conduct during routine security checks. One thing I just noticed about this whole footage is, if as a celebrity, you have to introduce yourself. My sister, my brother, you're not a celebrity. Because you're saying, "Hey, Oga, I am a celebrity. How dare you stop me?" And then you're saying, "I am Phyna. Don't you know Phyna? Go to IG, check unusual Phyna." If I have to do all of these explanations, then I am not a celebrity. And then what stops celebrity from the usual routine checks from the police officers. Because you're a celebrity, so they should just let you go without stopping you, without checking, because you're a celebrity. Since when do celebrities start getting these whole privileges in Nigeria, Mr. Michael?
Well, it's it's funny. And
It's funny.
I'll just
indeed.
laugh around it because rather than cry to see what's happening, it's better I just laugh.
Mhm.
If you take this kind of attitude to the United States, by now, she'll be sitting her cruise off in a correctional facility. You do not insult the police, law enforcement agent. You do not attack them. She was extremely rude and highly uncalled for. If she's a celeb, who really cares? She has the same voting rights like I do. She does not vote twice. You vote once.
Mhm.
I do vote once also. So I don't understand these, I am a celeb, because of that, you should not do your duty. I'm a celeb, because of that, all right and privileges should, it does not make any sense. This goes to show you that we keep criticizing the police, we keep attacking the police, but are Nigerians any better off?
That's the
Are
thing.
they any
That's
better
the
off?
thing.
How
Yeah.
could you be so rude? By law, she needs to be arrested. You do not insult a uniformed security personnel. You do not do that.
Well,
And
she claims she
talking
knows-
about a celeb, who cares?
She claims she knows the PPRO, the PRO.
Well, she can also know in the
PP,
Inspector General
the
of Police. if she
PVC,
can.
the PCV, all
And
of them.
yes,
She
and the
claims she knows
SSV,
everybody. Exactly.
And the trending.
She claims she knows everybody. She was even saying, "I want to call this person." I was glad.
I'm happy she did not call your number.
I was gladly waiting. Maybe she would have called me, and
I
I
will
would say,
tell them, please
"Madam,
give them your
if
documents.
you're a celeb, that is my whole point. You're a celebrity. You don't need to introduce yourself,
Yes,
right?
give them your documents.
Let them know you. If they don't know
Be
you, my
exemplary in
sister,
your
do
actions.
everything you need to do. Well, it's Phyna. I'm not shocked. Maybe if it was somebody else, I would have been shocked. It is Phyna. This is always Phyna. This is what Phyna does. So
Thank God it's not
surprising-
portable.
It's not surprising.
It is not portable.
Talking about portable, he's still chilling somewhere.
Okay.
let's not even go there, because
Okay.
we saw his clips where he was crying and all of that. He was crying, and I was like, so portable can actually cry.
He's a very humble young man.
So he has tears.
He
I
has-
was shocked when I
was
saw
well
it.
trained.
And that's a celebrity too,
Yeah.
chilling in a police custody right now.
Why
And
one is insulting
one
the
is
police?
feeling like, oh, I'm a celebrity. You cannot stop me.
Oh, the female gender.
Okay, here we go again. Anyways, away from that. A woman has sparked online debate after questioning an unwritten rule in public transportation. She asked, who made the rule that women must sit inside in public transport while men are the ones sitting close to the door? Let's see the footage.
Tell me why I came out this evening to board keke. I'm going for somewhere. I'm going to somewhere rather. And then this evening, I just came out to board keke. The man just entered the middle. And then I'm to enter next to sit at the edge. And the next minute he's saying I should enter. I'm like, no, enter and sit down. He's saying that if I'm not going to enter, that he's going to pay for the 2 seats. That he's a man. Do I expect him to sit at the middle while I sit at the edge? Like, who made that law that men should sit at the that women are inferior and men are higher? Like, people should be trained.
Well, her reaction has resonated with many women who say they are often pushed to the inner seats, making entering and exits uncomfortable, especially in crowded buses and taxis. But netizens reacted to this whole thing. We had mixed reactions. Let's see some of the reactions. The first to enter decides where to sit. If you're coming later, you would have to do with what's left. Does she know she can actually make her points without shouting?
Crypto.
Okay. Let's see some more reactions. Hey, miss, you can make a point without shouting. Why is everybody leaving the main discussion and talking about some persons? Maybe that's how she just talks. She might not really be shouting. If you never fall from inside bus, your mind's not go rest. Is she a baby that she would fall? Make me understand. I don't think it's about being superior or inferior. Some men do this in order to protect the woman. They think it's riskier being at the side, just the way they wouldn't let a child stay by the side. Let's take some other reactions. Can you jump out when there's an issue, or can you balance yourself when moving? Now, una go start shouting blood of Jesus when something happens instead of bringing solutions. That's why drivers tell women to sit inside. Who made the law that only men employees of NEPA climb the pole? Who made the law that only men security officers work in the bank, especially night shifts? Who made the law that only male soldiers go to the war front? Men believe they have the responsibility to protect the society. Let's see, we have more reactions. We have more reactions. Women don't even know this is form of protecting them. They think it's a big flex, so they want to flex too. Okay, let's see some other reactions. It is not serious here. Men are more likely to stay firm in time of control loose or imbalance than ladies. We are just naturally protective. We always ensure any ladies around us don't get in danger. First, always prevent what can put her in danger. Well, those are reactions we got from them. Some argue it's about courtesy or protection. Others say it reinforces gender bias and outdated norms. Now the question is this any form of politeness or just a subtle discrimination?
Well, I'll just rather take what Nonso P said. It's a
Okay.
form of protection.
Okay.
And I'll speak for myself. I'm not speaking for the whole main folks.
Okay.
It's a sign of protection. It's you being responsible for her protection, which will naturally be. Nonso P said something. Who made the rule that men will always go to the war and not women? Who made the rule that it is the NEPA or the PHCN male official should climb the pole and not the woman? Who made that rule? So basically, it's just all about protection on my own stand. But I feel some men overdo it. They feel these,
Exactly.
they have this unnecessary male ego to say, well, you can't be at the edge when I'm at the middle. It is my responsibility. No, it is the responsibility is for you to protect her and not your birthright sitting at the edge and she in the middle. That's how it should be.
Okay.
Naturally.
The reason I'm laughing and I'm really finding this whole thing funny is because I've actually had a first-hand experience
A lot of ladies
something
have.
like this. I've
Yeah.
had that experience that, like, I was actually seated already. This was the right entrance, but the guy had, because a guy was already here and he didn't want to ask the person to move in, he had to turn around, come to my side and said I should move in so he could be at the entrance. And I said, no, sir, with all due respect, you have to go in. If you want to take this place, I'll have to come down and then you go in before I come in. He said no, that he's a man. Yes, he said he's a man. I should move in and all of that. You're a man, you're not my husband. So why do you feel you can actually just come and control me? And you know what I did on that day? I asked the driver, I said, how much is it? I want to take the 2 seats. And I paid for both seats. And he was left stranded. I think that's how we should do it. When we know these people are doing it in form of discrimination, making it feel like you are a man. And when I see men like this, I just feel pity for their wives at home. Because if you could do this to a total stranger, how do you treat your wife in the house? Like telling her you're controlling a total stranger. If you're telling me, hey, I'm doing this because I feel I need to protect you. Yeah. I feel when things happen and all of that, you might not be able to take it. So that's why I feel you need protection. I don't understand that fact. Not telling me you're a man, so I shouldn't expect you to go inside. Like, there's no law that says men should be at the entrance, while women should be inside. There's no law stating that. But now they're making it look like, oh, and it's a men thing.
Even if there's a law, it's going to be discriminatory. It's sad and it is quite unhealthy that some persons would think that way, that it is by right and by law, a man should always be at the end. But, like you said, if such a thing happens, either you pay for the 2 seats,
or even take drop.
Or
I will even take drop.
Honestly, come down and let him go along with his
I will not drop.
With his male ego.
No, we don't back out. We don't back out.
Sorry.
So I'll just, I'm the female activist here, like I always say, female activist. We do not back down. Okay. So when he says things like that, you just try to do some things that will make him feel bad. And if the other man that was inside, thank God he didn't say anything. Thank God he never contributed. Maybe if he had said something, I would just ask the driver, please, I need to take this as a drop. Can you ask this passenger to drop? Can you ask him to come down? It's very easy. That is it. We do not back out when situations like this arise. Well, like we said, it's supposed to be for protection, just that the men of these days, some men, let's put it that way, some men of these days just feel like,
overdo it.
Yes, they overdo it and somehow makes it look like discrimination. But maybe it's not really discrimination, like Mr. Michael and some of our netizens said. Well, it's been amazing. I've enjoyed the whole lot of it. And let's wrap right now on trending. Like I said, Friday's edition is always super exciting and a special edition.
A bumper package.
Yes, special edition because it's like the weekend edition. It's always super, super exciting. And thank you, Mr. Michael, for making it super exciting and easier for me, Mr. Michael.
Well, thank you so much for always having me. And, you know, this is more like a climax of all we started from the beginning of the week.
Yeah, of
so
course.
Trending ends it on Friday and in every way draws the curtain for us to kickstart on Monday. So why would I not be a part of it? I appreciate
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. So, like we said, it's been interesting all the way from the dailies to the news and dialogue and now the trending. And this is how we keep you entertained all week long, Mondays to Fridays. Of course, you know, you can share all your thoughts with us on our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. This is where I have to tell you that I will see you for another super amazing edition of Viewpoint, same time next week. I remain Mercy Erabo. Do well to enjoy your weekend.
And I'm Michael Gobadia. Let's see how do this come next week. And when we know you more relaxed and indeed edging and eager to know what we'll have on Viewpoint. Bye for now.